Is the Love Funds Love-a-thon.
That's right. Kayla Curiel and Emily Thorpe are joining us to talk about this wonderful organization this morning. Thanks for joining us this morning, ladies. And for people who maybe don't know, what is the Love Fund?
The Love Fund is a nonprofit organization that really fills the gap for kids, working with community advocates.
Yeah.
And what was so enticing for both of you to be on the board for the Love Fund?
From my experience is I work at Children's Mercy, so we definitely, we see the kids, we see their needs, and Fox 4, the Love Fund, really fills that gap that we just can't address as at a children's hospital necessarily. So,
Yeah. My wife works Children's Mercy.
Yeah?
Doing that similar kind of work. They actually work with the Love Fund quite a bit because, as we said, earlier this morning, it's there's a lot of things, that that's like my wife's job is to set people up with programs and resources that they might not know they're available for.
Right.
But even then, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is where the Love Fund comes in, like backpacks, sneakers,
Absolutely.
toiletries, stuff
Yeah.
some take for granted.
Yeah, last year alone, they gave out 6,400 school supply kits. And I think that really prepares kids for school that might not otherwise have been prepared. So really filling that gap for kids.
And what perspective to know that there's such a great need.
Yeah.
That so many kids needed this. And what is your why for being
I
part
think
of this?
just that. So I worked in the community with refugees and immigrants before I came to Children's Mercy, and I just saw the need was so great, and to have an organization like the Love Fund that was really low barrier access for programming and supplies for family was incredible. So that was my why.
And Kayla, how about you? What's your why?
my why is I see while we do school supplies and bedding and clothing, we also fill the gap the Love Fund does for those kids that need any sort of special equipment. And when I say special equipment, not necessarily medical equipment that you would think that you would get at a hospital, right? It's as simple as if a kiddo needs some extra support, they can't use a traditional high chair, And so there are special high chairs out there for kids that have these special healthcare needs. And those are so important for kids to be up with their families when they're eating dinner. And they help fill that gap. So not only with the everyday things, but also with those special equipment needs that you don't necessarily, they're very expensive and you don't necessarily qualify for from a medical perspective.
Yeah, it's hard to find those things even used or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's
quality of life, for those
Absolutely.
kiddos and those families.
And what is the greatest need that you all see that the Love Fund needs the community support with right now?
Well, we have had a huge increase in requests this year. For year over year, we've had increases, but this year has been by far the most.
Wow.
We are currently looking at how to fill the gap, not only with just everyday needs and special healthcare needs. We've also had a huge increase of ask for therapy services as well, as those have the need has increased, but also the funding is just not there.
Sure.
And so more than ever, we need support to continue not only our current programming, but the gaps that we now have in some of the funding that is not available that used to be there.
That's good perspective, good for people to know, so when they're considering where am I going to give, how am I going to give, this is a good option.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've
Thank
made it
you both.
remarkably easy. Fox4kc.com/love. You could donate today. It's the Love-a-thon.